The fruits of the fairyland. Dear children, this story is very old. When the world was made new, when fairies was flying in the sky. In such a case, the queen used to rule in her own country. Queen was very beautiful. People loved her. One day the queen was sitting in her garden and looked very sad. She was tired of doing government work. The king was sitting next to the queen. One of these fairies passed through the garden, whose name was Flower Fairy. She saw the queen sad and stayed. Queen smiled at her. Queen, your health is fine. Why are you sitting sad? After listening to the Flower Fairy, the king spoke. Our queen is tired today. Governing is not an easy task. I am thinking of arranging some entertainment for the queen, which makes queen happy. After listening the king's word, the queen said, You are talking about entertainment. You will call the magician and perform the spectacle. I don't want to see a magician show. Fireworks will be set off by the river. I'm tired of even saying it. I want to travel to a faraway country. Okay, today I send a message to another country that the queen is coming to visit you. Get ready. I will not go to visit another country. I will go to a country where no human has gone before. This is my desire. What are you talking about? You are the queen of such a big kingdom. How can you go to such a place? I think you should rest for 2 or 4 days and you will be fine. No, I want to go for a walk somewhere. Flower Fairy, you tell me which place is the best. You fly all day and must. Queen, the world is very big. When the sun rises, its rays spread everywhere. Yet half of the world is day and half is night. There are many good places in the world and the heart wants to stay there. But it is very difficult for a woman to go to such place. There are huge mountains on the way, which are very scary to see. There is scary forest where there is darkness during the day. Well, leave my soul. I will go where my heart desires. Queen, if you don't mind, I will take you to my country. No human being step into the fairyland. You come with me and I will take you to my house. I will leave you back when you say. Flower Fairy, what are you talking? You are so sensitive yourself. How will you take the queen? The queen does not even have wings. She does not know how to fly. I don't understand this problem. Then you can't even walk. How will the queen go with you? After listening to the king, Fairy replied, Any work done with courage is sure to be accomplished. Have you ever seen a small ant? An ant carries more than its weight. I will carry the queen on my back and don't worry. Queen stood up happily. Fairy is absolutely right. It will be a lot of fun. I have never visited the sky. We will walk touching the clouds. The fairy stood up and started flying with Queen on her back. The queen and the fairy disappeared from the sight. The king was very surprised. The queen was having so much fun holding the fairy arms very tightly. At first she was very scared, but now she was walking very happily. Fairy was telling about the route. Small houses looked very nice. When she passed near the clouds, the queen raised one hand and began to stroke the clouds. Queen's hand got wet. The queen was rejoicing like a child. The queen began to see the city of fairies. Light was visible everywhere. The fairy reduced her speed and started to descend slowly. The queen came down and rested on the grass. She was looking at the country of fairies. It is very beautiful. There were flowers everywhere. Fairy took permission from Queen and went to call her friends. The Queen's eyes fell and she fell asleep. When the fairy brought her friends, the Queen was sleeping. The fairy woke the Queen, and the Queen opened her eyes to find many fairies surrounding her. Green fairy, white fairy, and red fairy stood beside her. The fairy said, smiling, Queen, have you seen how lovely our garden? Come with me, we take you a tour of our garden. At this time, only these fairies exist. Some fairies are out of work. The queen was very thirsty. The queen picked up the small fruits and put in her mouth. The juice of the fruit was so delicious. Queen took another fruit and put in her mouth. These fruits were so sweet. There were no such fruits in the queen country. So these fruits do not need to be cut. These fruits did not have seeds and their fruits did not even have peel. The queen ate the fruit and now her stomach was full. Flower Fairy said smiling, "Queen, congratulations, you have eaten 4 fruits from fairyland. You will have 4 sons who will be famous from east to west for their bravery and wisdom." The White Fairy presented the queen with a piece of cloth and said, "Create as many designs as you want with this cloth will never run out because it is made with the magic of fairyland." Then another fairy gave green fruit and said, "This fruit is for the king. Who eats, he remains young, and that king will never grow old. Queen, you also eaten 4 fruits of fairyland. You will remain as young as you look today." Queen thanked everyone. Now the happiness on her face, all the exhaustion was gone. Flower Fairy plucked some flowers and made a bouquet of them. This bouquet was handed over to the queen and said, "Go to your garden and scatter these flowers. They will grow by themselves. Such flowers don't exist in your world. Flower Fairy, take me home. King will be sad for me." Flower Fairy spread her wings. The queen took care of everything and rode on the fairy back. Fairy was flying very fast, and in a short time the queen palace came. The queen said goodbye to the fairy. The king was sitting waiting for the queen, and he was very happy to see the queen. She told the whole story to the king and gave the king a green fruit. He was surprised by its taste. Queen scattered flowers in the garden with their hands. They became plants, and many beautiful flowers grew on their branches. All the exhaustion of the queen was now gone. She will be busy with her work.